I've always wanted to do this for a video intro. Are you ready? It's Morphin time! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Jen here, hope you're all doing well. And as you can see by the title, we're going to be checking out the brand new Power Rangers mobile game in Power Rangers Morphin Legends. It's one of those rare instances where a company, the company being nWay, this time around known for Power Rangers Battle for the Grid and Power Rangers Legacy Wars, they've said we are bringing another Power Rangers mobile game to the market, but it's already out in soft launch now, so if you want to download it, it's in these regions, and those regions are the Philippines and Vietnamese stores, so if you're in those regions you can download it and play along with me. Yeah, it's a rare instance, so usually we have a bit of build up where they announce the game, yep, we're going to make this game, you can expect to see it wherever, and then it comes out. This is one of those instances where it's readily available straight now, so that's why I'm here making the content. And of course we're going over everything and anything in between, so there will be timestamps in the description box below if you are wanting to kind of look for something in particular. So it's all down there, all sectioned off. I don't mind if you want to go watch something in particular, but please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content, because we're going to do some more Power Rangers Morphin Legends as we progress through its soft launch. And that's something to bear in mind, it is in soft launch, so everything's at its bare bones at the moment, and you will see it at its bare bones. So don't judge it straight off the bat, just try and get an idea of what it's going to become. That being said, I like to kind of go into a history of what I'm covering, because it's the first time I brought Power Rangers to the channel. So I'm going to give you a brief history. Feel free to skip, but it might be relatable for you guys. But 1993, that's when I became a fan. I still am a fan, to the point where I still have my original movie ticket in pristine condition. I have the original Morpher. I should have really bought it. I did an intro and I didn't have the Morpher, but it's pretty battered and bruised, to be fair. It really needs looking after. But that aside, I have been known before I came to this YouTube channel to bring you really good recreations of Power Rangers music that's never been released. That's me, I'm that guy, and you probably heard that some of that music in the intros and the outros of these specific videos. So I have a passion for Power Rangers, and now we come to a game that's an RPG that looks like it's like Marvel Strike Force, the Star Wars mobile game, and all those kind of like turn-based RPG mobile game. This is my cup of tea. So that's where we are right now, and that was my brief history of my history of the Power Rangers. So, onto the game. We have this home screen. It's there. I'm showing it you. You can see it. And to be fair, it looks like they are definitely taking inspiration from the comic books. This is a universe that I've not personally dove into myself. Maybe it's time for me to kind of venture forth in there, because I've heard that there's some really good storylines, but it definitely seems like they're taking a lot from the books and the graphic novels, especially when it comes to the campaign. Some of the story beats kind of match what the comics are doing, especially in the early stages of the comic when they were creating like the multiverse and all that stuff. So let's just go through. This is your main menu. You can see it's typical kind of mobile RPG main menu, I guess. Up here in the top left corner, you can see that I don't have my name on here. Like I said, it's very bare bones. I can't even change my name at the moment. I'm tapping on it and it's not doing anything at the moment, so I'm assuming that's probably going to come with an update very soon, because that's like a thing that you want straight away. But it also leads me to believe that there's going to be a wipe when it does come to global launch, if we're not got the ability to change our name, and we don't have the ability to buy anything at the moment either. So I'm assuming there's going to be a wipe. Just straight off those facts. We have the money and the energy there. The energy is very slow. When you see the timer pop up, I've had to wait overnight to make this video because I had no energy. I burnt it off pretty quick, and well, there you go. And you can see here, just it showcases new characters that are going to come to the game. So when character gets added, I'm assuming that tab's going to change. Campaign, PvP coming soon, farming events, and character events. So there you go, all off their main menu. But I think we should go over what everyone wants to see, and that is what are we getting character-wise. This is the character roster menu. You can see the characters I've unlocked there, just at the top row. And we'll go over everyone, and then we'll have a quick kind of in-depth look at the kind of character menu in more detail. So we have Zach Taylor, the Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin Season 1. We have Jason Lee Stott, the Red Ranger from Season 1. We have Time Force Pink from Time Force, Jen Scott. We have Billy Cranston from Season 1 Power Rangers. Rito Revolto from Power Rangers Season 3. We have the Black Wild Force Ranger, Danny DeGoldo, from Wild Force, of course. We have Ecliptor from In Space. We have Goldar from Mighty Morphin Seasons 1 to 3. We have Jungle Fury Rhino Ranger Dominic Hagen. We have Lothar from Ninja Storm. We have Mesogog from Dino Thunder. And we can actually rotate these characters around so we get a bit of an understanding, bit of a good look at what the art style is, and it's very comic booky. I'm assuming that they are going to go full into the kind of comic book universe with this, so we're going to see Omega Rangers, Dracon, and everything else. So let's carry on. We've got Kimberly Hart from Season 1 and 2 of Power Rangers. We have Trini Kwan from Season 1 of Mighty Morphin, the Yellow Ranger. Nadira from Time Force. The Childish Bratch from the future. She definitely has a kind of key role in the campaign as well. Pink Space Ranger, Cassie Chan. Psycho Red, making their debut in Power Rangers in Space. Ranzik from Time Force. It's nice to see a bit of Time Force representation here, but when you see what the story's about, you kind of see why they've got such a representation. We have the Red Space Ranger, Andros. Rita Repulsa, the Empress of Evil. We have Trent Fernandez Mercer, the White Dino Thunder Ranger, the Yellow Dino Thunder Ranger in Kira Ford, and then finishing off with Lord Zed, Lord of all evil. So they're all your playable characters straight off the bat. Now, going back to Zach here, the Black Ranger, we can kind of have a look at the what we can see more in depth of the character. So we have a gear system that is surrounding the character. We also have the abilities, so if we click on the abilities, we can see what the ability does. So they have a basic move, which they can be ranked up. They have an advanced move, which takes charges to kind of use, usually 2 or 3, depending on how OP the attack is going to be. So Power Axe Charge for Zach there. Then we have the super move, which takes more charges to use. It takes more time to charge after you've used it. If you've played mobile RPGs, you know exactly what this is like. And the Power Axe Slam, and then we have a passive of Perseverance and Motivation. When an enemy hits Zach in their turn, Zach gains 15% turn meter and 1 armor up for 2 turns. It's quite a good passive, actually. Level up using resources. If we click on I can't click on the train because I'm at max level at the moment. If we click over here on the power, we get a bit more of a breakdown of the statistics, and we can also see what each statistic does. So HP is, of course, the health points of the character. Armor is the amount deducted from damage taken. Evasion is the chance to evade attack. Critical damage is the multiplier for the damage inflicted when doing a critical strike. Block amount is the reduction on when taking an attack. Damage is just the basic damage that the character does. Accuracy is the chance to hit the target. Critical chance is the chance for a critical hit to strike. Block chance is the chance to block an attack, and speed determines your turn speed. So how many turns you get in like a roll of turns. So very basic when it comes to mobile RPGs, but it's nice to see it all there. And we can see tags here. Zach is a hero, Mighty Morphin, and obviously is a Black Ranger. I would like to see like each, do you know, like where, just below the legs here, having each Power Ranger logo of the season that they're from. I think that would be a nice touch to see the Power Ranger logos in there. So yeah, there's a lot of characters, not a lot of characters, but there's definitely characters there. It seems that they can all be unlocked at 1 star using 10 shards. So easy unlocks. I'm assuming that as more content gets added into the game, there'll be more unlocks. You get like a 2-star ranger or a 3-star villain or something like that. But yeah, that's that. We have an inbox here. There's no messages, but we can have a quick look at the daily login rewards we've got here. So we've got the May sign-in rewards, which is a chance to kind of level up your red and black Mighty Morphin Rangers here. We also have the 7-day sign-in, which is just a chance to get some premium currency, which is the purple crystals you can see here. They are called Gem. And then obviously energy as well, which is something I really need, because they kind of don't really, not been very generous to us in this soft launch. So I can't really kind of gates on what I can showcase. But I'm, like I say, I've stayed up overnight. I've waited overnight for my energy to fill up so I can do as much as I can. So they've got a tab here called Farming Events, which essentially is what it is. This is where you're going to be farming all of your materials, your leveling up materials, your cash, your money, your ability crystals to level up the abilities, leveling up everything you're going to find here, and it rotates differently daily. Today, at the time of making this video, we have the chance to get clever and special training cards. Clever and special, well, you can see here that these purple cards, these green and these orange cards are the types of characters. Look at it as your elemental wheel. So you've got here, you've got bold, you've got arcane, and you've got clever. So you'll see when we go into actual gameplay of how that works. Here we have character events, so these unlock at the moment. I've actually grinded through this one to unlock Rito. Battling at the moment is a little bit tedious. There's no auto button at the moment. Again, it's something we can go into a bit more detail. But you got the chance to get more shards, so I'll probably carry that on as long as I can until I can maybe get him up another star level, maybe. And then we have another one here for Billy as well, so I've kind of got some shards for Billy. That's that. So bare bones, but what do you expect? It's been out for literally 2 days. The shop, might as well quickly go over to the shop. We can see here, I don't know if this is like a gacha or if it's just like literally what it is. Let's see what it reads. It just says there's these are just deals, so there isn't a gacha. You're literally paying 300 premium gems for the Rhino, 8 shards for the Rhino, and 8 shards, which is too shy of an unlock, which I don't really think is worth it. And you can only buy it one time, so monetization's probably going to be a bit all over the place, especially for a soft launch. Or you can spend 1,000 premium gems for an unlock of the Wild Force Black Ranger, and probably enough shards to do 1.5 kind of like enhancing of the character. Power cores, you can't actually get power cores. Like I said, there's no monetization at the moment. You can buy energy in coins. Don't know how I feel about looking at straight off the bat. I know it's 2 days in, but 50 gems for 50 energy. Okay. And then obviously you can buy some character shards straight off the bat or some leveling up materials. Okay, this is what you want to guys probably wanting to look at, the meat and the potatoes of the video, and that is the campaign. Now I have the villains campaign and the heroes campaign unlocked at the moment, and I'm going to go to the villains campaign because if I do this stage here, I will unlock Goldar. So you can see here on the right hand side, I have no idea where I'm going to put my camera. I'm probably going to be on the bottom left corner, I think. You can see the enemies you're going to be going against here. So you got the nice putty, the angry putty, the smart putty, and the tough putty. Hey putty. And you got your first time rewards just there. And then if you decide to re-farm the stage, there are possible rewards for that. I'm going to take my charger out now. I hope that didn't do anything. I hope I've not destroyed my recording. Anyway, let's go fight straight off the bat. We can see here we've got moon landing, and then we got on. This looks like Power Rangers in Space Stars, which is Onyx, right? The bar. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, back to one. Let's go straight into it. Because we've only got Rito on the villain side, that's all we can do. So we're going to put him in there. Team power is 72. I'm hoping that's enough to get me Goldar. We'll see. It's loading the arena. Here we go. A bit of story for you. This is your final warning. Give up now or be sent to your doom. There must be some misunderstanding. I get that you're having a crisis or whatever, but you better snap out of it because your twin doesn't look like he's playing around. So, story in a nutshell. Lord Zed from a different dimension is doing some evil deeds, and you are having to team up with the villains of the franchise to combat this. Obviously, this involves the Pink Time Force Ranger on the hero side to come and recruit the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And here we are right now. So this is the battle screen. You can see the abilities. Where my camera is probably covering up is a kind of like charge gauge. You'll probably see it, but over time that kind of goes up and you can make a team attack. It's not going to be very useful in this because we've just got Rito. We can speed up the battle there, which is nice. It looks like on my iPhone, I don't know if you can see on the camera here, where my notch is, they've not got any kind of notch awareness, so some of the buttons are kind of tucked away, so sometimes I might have to kind of flip my phone to see that. Above that, or above me, is the wheel, the elemental wheel I was on about, of clever, bold, and arcane. But let's just get into it. Let's go straight off the bat and use my special for some nice animation there. So I'm going to try and go through this battle as fast as I can so we can unlock Goldar. I don't know how much damage I'm doing here or if I'm going to actually make it, but we're going to keep on attacking. Again, there's no auto button to what I can see, and also you probably can hear in the background, if I take a moment to pause, of some Power Ranger music, or music that's created for this game but has that kind of like season 1 to 3 feel, the kind of Ron Wasserman kind of tracks, very like fight and I will win, we need a hero type kind of songs in the background. I hope we get to hear some more. No idea who's doing the audio for the game, but it'll be nice to see some more tracks. But there we go, defeated Goldar, which is nice. We can probably defeat these putties quite fast. Let's just use a special here. And there we go, he has gone for the count. So do you believe me about Zed now? He doesn't care about you. If he has the opportunity, he'll brainwash you just like he did to, well, you. I am no puppet. I am no putty. I am no puppet. I will join you on your quest to destroy the imposter Zed. Fabulous. Let's head into the castle and see if there's anyone else we can recruit. And there we go. We got a unlock for Goldar, which is nice. And it looks like if we keep progressing, we're going to go towards getting Psycho Red, which is nice. But first, we're going to go over to, where is Goldar? We can recruit him here at the bottom. So if we go on, there we go, 6,000. I've got enough. That's quite a lot for a recruit. But we'll do it nonetheless, and we'll train him up as much. One thing that I struggle to see is what type of character Goldar. It doesn't say on the character screen, because if you go over to train, you have the leveling materials of each type of character. So obviously, if you use a type that they're familiar, that they are. So for example, I'm using the red one. It'll do more than using kind of one here. So that goes up to just level 1. I go straight up to level 2. That one goes up straight. It looks like the red goes just to give the most experience. So it must be Goldar must be the red character, the bold character. So we'll throw as much of this on as I can. How much are we going to end up spending? I've used all those, so let's do that. 2,000. Okay, let's just do that. So Goldar's all leveled up, so he can help us with the villain campaign. We can also throw a bit of gear on him, which is at the moment Energems. If you're familiar with Dino Charge, that's going to be our first kind of tier of gear. So that's that. We still can't change my name. I thought it'd be one of those things, you know, as you progress through a story, it kind of introduces each section of the game to you. So it's like, so what is your name kind of thing, and you name your profile. None of that at the moment. There's not really been any hand holding or even that much guidance at the moment, but again, bare bones, not judging. So here we are going to go into this here and do the heroes story. So we're going to fight, and we're going to throw in Jason, we're going to throw in Billy, Zach and Jen, and see how we do. We've got a bit of story here. Let's have a look. I'm sure we will, because it's quite a big stage. I don't know who you are, but you're going down. What is it with the hero type? Always the same lines. Well, I guess it's time to be all that I can be. Now, I've not seen anything relating to Megazords, but when you kind of introduce the Power Rangers, of course, you're going to have Megazords somewhere. Again, early days, so it doesn't really... We don't really know right now. So let's go straight in with the attacks here. I'm going to go for the big attacks, so you can see the animations. Speed it up as well. Billy is a healer, so if the characters do get too low on health, I can heal them with Billy's secondary ability. But we're just going to keep on attacking here, trying to get these all done. And if you can see just above my head, the bar is slowly charging up for a team attack. You get that all the way up, all of your attacks in a team, all of your characters in a team together for like a big attack. If you can use one charge, it'll just be 2 characters do it. I'll show you guys, don't worry, I got you covered. So if we fill up that bar, let's use this attack from Jen. And then you can see here, right, we can do this, and this is what will happen if just one character, 2 characters team together for an attack, do a little bit of a pose, and then destroy it. So if you fill that bar up, all of your characters in your team are going to do it. There we go. All done. As always, as I always say, now's a good time for a hasty retreat. See ya. Did anyone else notice that weird glow around his head? Yes, I've seen that before. It means he's under Zed's mind control. Oh man, this just keeps getting better and better. Look, there's another ranger over there. Maybe they can help. Oh, what ranger? What ranger is over there? Let's have a look. Let's go to the next stage and see what happens. It's taking the same team. The game is telling me that I have put in too many requests here. So it looks like my game may have crashed. Which is something that's frequently happened, but it's probably a good time to end the video. I think I've showcased everything I can. I'm going to leave that to kind of like just go. So this game does show promise. If it does come from the comic book universe, there's obviously going to be a multitude of characters to choose from. Obviously from the series that we all know and love. They can pull from anywhere and everywhere. And I can only assume that if the storyline is following the comics, it's going to get better and better. Again, it's bare bones, so I can't really say, this is one of those games. But looking straight off the bat, monetization is very all over the place. Energy, I mean, once I drain that energy, I'm probably not going to be able to play the game until tomorrow, which really sucks. And then there's just the costs of leveling up characters and stuff like that. It's just a bit all over the place at the moment. So I'm assuming with it being soft launch, they're going to take the data from all the people that are playing right now. And you can, if you are in the region of the Philippines and the Vietnamese stores, take that data and try and make the game better. But we'll see how nWay performs. I think this is the first time they are tackling like a turn-based RPG style of mobile game. They've had success with Legacy Wars and Battle for the Grid. I know there's a lot of love for those titles. I know that they had slow starts also, but then got better over time. We'll just have to see. But I'm excited to have a Power Rangers turn-based RPG. It's something I've been waiting for. I remember there being a Power Ranger card game quite a few years ago that kind of like it had the potential, but it didn't get supported. And then you had like Power Rangers All-Stars, which was so I've been looking for a Power Rangers mobile game that I can kind of stick to. This could be the one. So as always, if there's something you want to look for in particular, let me know in the comment section below. Hope this video has been useful for you to kind of like see what the game's all about. I'm sorry that it's frozen right there, but I'm sure we can still hear the music, right? Yeah, we've still got the music accompanying us. But thank you for watching. Again, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, it's morphin' time! No, I just got a bit excited. But I'll catch you on the flip side.